Good evening, everyone. So, I got a rescue in today that needed a home right away. And unfortunately, I needed a arboreal enclosure. So, poor Riven. Riven was the only one I was able to take out. Because the little tree spider, I'm worried about going through the grooves here. So, right here's my fire leg tarantula. It's not like, it has a wide enough enclosure for it to crawl around still and stuff, but it kind of sucks that I had to move them out of the enclosure they were in. But don't worry, I'm gonna go to the pet store tomorrow. I'm gonna see if I can get a bigger critter carrier for them, because I actually need this enclosure. Well, actually, I have another one of those because I need to rehouse that one right there. My earth tiger, my red rump earth tiger. Midnight's not out right now, but they need rehoused. And then I'm going to put pumpkin patch in here. But I had to, unfortunately, use Riven's enclosure right away for this new species that needed a home right away. It's just filthy and covered in dirt. Look at that. It looks like it's just a bunch of hair and dirt. And I couldn't keep it in a critter carrier because when it spreads out, for whenever they do spread out, hopefully she'll spread out soon enough. But you see, she needs a tall enclosure, as you see from the label. Kind of see it. It's a feather-leg baboon species, and a feather-leg baboon species get really big, and they do need bigger space, and they need to be able to fan out. So I'm gonna go get an enclosure like this, about the size of like this one that Reaper's in, a nice big critter carrier. I'm gonna get one for Riven because I feel bad. I take Riven out of its cage, clean this out, put in a bunch of new dirt, and like try to make it all cute for the baboon species, but it's squished up right now. It's not happy. It's really pissed off. Of course, Riven wasn't too happy either. Man, did I not realize how much a fire leg kicks so much hair. I didn't have that problem the first time I rehoused them. The first time I rehoused them was not an issue, but this time they were not happy. They were really pissed off. I had to take them out of their poor little enclosure. Of course, I already get it. They love this enclosure. I might just get another one of these and just stick Riven in that one. But here is, look at those iridescents. Look how big that thing is. It's not a small spider. It's just pissed off and clumped up in a ball right now. But look at those iridescents, are so beautiful. But it is covered in so much dirt. I guess my best friend, she brought it over, and it was just in this container with like this cork bark log, and the cork bark is curved up like this. So the spider was up in the bark, and this top was up top. And it just curled up, and I felt bad. It was in a broken Tupperware container. I'm surprised it didn't escape the Tupperware container, guys. It was like this busted freaking container, just in cork bark. I don't know who she rescued it from, but I feel really, really bad for it. Like, I'm just hoping you don't have mites or anything. I'm trying to keep a checkup on it. But look how dirty it is. Like, this poor spider. And its hairs are so freaking long. Like, I never seen hair so freaking long on a tarantula before. So I really hope it doesn't. I'm glad it didn't kick no hairs at me, because look at that. Those urticane hairs gotta be horrible. I've really never seen a baboon species with such long hair. Is there a new long hair species we don't know about? Look at that. Look at all the dirt on the thing. Wish I could take a paintbrush and slowly clean it off, but I ain't trying to get no urticating hairs on me, because those are a little too long for my comfort. But I think I made a cute little closure for it. I changed it totally different than how I had Riven in here. I had to ignore that. My little flying gecko was in here at first. But that is a new addition. And then Saturday we will have a male flying gecko for the girls. So the male is coming. The male's bought and paid for already. So that will be happening, which I'm really excited for. I can't freaking wait. Oh, look at my little jumper. So cute. I don't know why the light keeps coming on for. Like, I have the top light on. That's how bad the lighting is in my room. And look, there's Raven. I got her cage all clean again. See? I do clean her cage, so don't think I don't clean my tarantula's cage. Then she's out. So you know what's gonna happen within the past hour after I cleaned her cage? She's gonna poop all over the place. I am cleaning this girl's cage constantly. Viculaires are horrible. Look at that. Nice and clean. It is a beautiful cage. She doesn't make it last. Looks like she got some splatter spots already over there because I did have this whole thing cleaned. Literally, I cleaned this whole thing. It looks like she already pooped down there. And of course you did. Thank you, Raven. I appreciate that, tarantula girl. She pooped at the bottom already. This girl. Anyways, but as you see, for the most part, her cage was pretty and clean. I actually have a picture. I'm going to post a picture up on Instagram because everyone will see the difference between this girl's cage. I give up with her some days. I'll just redo it tomorrow. It'll give me something to do after I go to the pet store. Because I am going to the pet store. I'm going to get some crickets. I'm going to get some ice. Because I have a camping trip coming up soon. I actually go camping in 15 days. And down to 15 days, I will be gone for 3 days. My best friend's going to come over and take care of these guys. Now, I will videotape my trip. I will videotape the whole trip. I'm actually going with my aunt and uncle. Look at that pretty autistic baby. And we're going to get ourselves in trouble tonight, I see already. Ming Ming. Hi. What you doing? Are you getting in trouble? We're going to get ourselves in trouble? Oh, we're going to be bad. You going to be bad tonight? Hi, baby. I see you. Don't worry. They don't ever bite me. My leopard geckos don't bite me. They can be feisty, though. They can be pretty feisty at times. She just likes to get herself in trouble. Last night, I caught her trying to wiggle herself out of her cage. That's the only reason why Reaper's cage is on top of here. Because she has a habit of climbing up to the top and start pushing. She pushes it up. And look, she knows it too. You're a naughty little girl, aren't we? She's so cute, though. So cute. I've caught her escaping her cage a couple of times. And that's why I have Reaper up there. Because then that Reaper would be on the bookcase. I have a bookcase that I did have the enclosure on. But Ming Ming can't behave herself. And I didn't want to put rocks or anything on top because God only knows what my luck. Somehow it would freaking fall, hurt her, or some other disaster will occur. And I'm not trying to have that. I had these clamps on her cage, like I do with Remy's, but she actually bent the thing. Like, she pushed it up, and this thing bent out. Luckily, the tarantulas aren't strong enough for these clips, but that brat, she is. Don't let their little size fool you. They're naughty when they want to be. It's her and Rain. Rain is the other bad one. This is the bad girl up top. Nope, she's not up top yet. I don't know where she is. Even though this has a lock, because this doesn't only just lock the door, it actually locks the cage in place. But I don't trust her either, so that's why I have Sapphire's tank on here, because of how heavy these are with all the dirt and stuff. So I have her cage held down by that. Like certain cages I have on top for a reason, because I have reptiles that like to escape. They're bad. They're actually pretty bad. Look at that cutie. Look, she's growing so beautifully. Look at little Emily. She's all nice and warm, all nice and green. I can't wait till she gets really big. I have a perfect enclosure that I want to pick out for her. I'm going to get a big cage, like Lestat's, and I'm going to set it up so cool for my Cuban night anole. Because like I said, those species of anoles get huge. They're one of the biggest species, besides blue beauties and stuff, which can get pretty big, but there's a lot of species of anoles that get big, but Cuban night anoles are one of the biggest ones. So, with that said, she's going to have a really big enclosure, but obviously it's going to take some time, because look at that, she's still tiny. Her next size cage will be about the size of Evie's cage. Evie's cage, I don't remember what Evie's cage is. I think it's 20 by 20 by 24 is Evie's cage. Now she has a lot bigger cage. I have another one of these cages coming for the male flying gecko, and then I'm gonna get one for Trish, the other female I have. But I'm gonna get a bunch of these big ones like Lestat. For that, when I get my house, all the cages are gonna be really big. All the gecko enclosures are gonna be huge. And then we're gonna save these small ones like this for, well, it's obviously smaller than this cage, but we're gonna use small ones like this for like baby house geckos and like a lot of the babies and stuff. Oh, look, there's my male come out. There's Beta. But I'm gonna put all of my animals in the cages like Lestat's here, like this really huge cage. This is 2 foot by 2 feet by like 1.5 feet or something like that. And then these side ones like this, I'm gonna be using these for tarantulas. You did not. Yes, you did. I just redid. This one's a brat too. I just redid Phoenix's cage. Phoenix's cage, as you see, is nice and clean. And then he pooped on the side already. Yeah. I was downstairs for an hour cleaning this cage. You know what? That's the one thing I hate about tarantulas. I love them, but that's the one thing I hate. As soon as you clean them, I swear to God, they're like cats. They want to poop all over their territory right away. Where's the babies at? They make me happy. They're cute. Look at that little cutie. There's Izzy. Where's Tiki at? There's your boyfriend. Izzy, what'd you do to your cage, man? I had this looking so pretty. She kicks the dirt everywhere. She doesn't like it. It's weird. She just does not like me having it look perfect at all. And I'm going to be sitting here all night picking the dirt out of this. Girlfriend drives me nuts. Bothers my OCD, honestly. Actually, no, I'm just going to go downstairs and grab the bag of sand and just put another layer on top. And that's exactly what I'll do, too. Me and her go to war with this cage. Because I'm trying to make it look perfect and cute, and she wants to destroy it all the time. I'm going to have to get the dirt, too. Girlfriend, that plant's doing really good. I'm impressed with that plant. Hi, Beta. Beautiful male Harley Quinn. I'm going to pair him up with Clary here soon. And then I gotta find somebody for Precious, because Precious is a flamed crested gecko. I don't have her in the room right now. If you don't see certain animals in this room, it's because they are in a different room. And I don't show those rooms because I don't show my kids' rooms. People don't know I have children. Nor are they gonna know. They won't see my kids' faces on camera until they're adults, and I don't care. Just like anytime they try to talk or anything, I edit out their voices. That's the only thing I like to edit. Everything else is natural, raw, but I do edit out my kids' voices. You will never hear my kids' voices or anything, because I don't want people knowing online what my kids look like or sound like, because these days you can't trust nobody. But anyways, there's Jason, my golden gecko. No fatty. There's Athena. So beautiful. It's my skunk gecko. She's so cute. I can't wait to get a male for her. Oh, I forgot to show her babies hatching. Her babies hatched. And I forgot to show all that. Oops. I do have them on. I gotta pull them off the file on my computer. And I'll upload the file then. But her babies did hatch. She had 2 babies. They're so freaking adorable. Those are also, and I have 3 kids. I have 3 boys. And a lot of the animals are split up between their rooms. They all wanted animals. They all wanted stuff like mommy, but they aren't allowed to have tarantulas in their room just because I just don't trust the tarantulas. And with my boys, they're gonna want to hold them and do this and that with them, and they're not cats and they're not geckos. You can't do that. And with my one son being autistic, I definitely don't trust it. So they have a lot of the geckos and stuff in their rooms, and my one son has the gerbil because there was a big argument with somebody online about a post I made 2 years ago about my son's gerbil named Willow. The only reason why I don't show her anymore is because my son got upset the one day. My autistic son got upset the one day that if we keep showing the gerbil online, that someone might come and steal her because he was watching too many. I don't know, something about too many true crime podcasts and this and that, and there was one at the time about a kidnapping, about this kid and the dog was kidnapped and stuff, and they found the dog later on dead and this and that, and my son started freaking out that he didn't want his gerbil kidnapped, so I stopped posting videos online about her. But there was a short clip that I do have up on my channel where, for one, someone called her a mouse. She's not a mouse. Secondly, they tried telling me I was neglecting the gerbil because the enclosure was in. First of all, the enclosure was in. It was just a cleaning. It was just a play cage. That's all it was. This gerbil is so spoiled. In my son's room, there's this big corner, right? And there's a big coffee table. There's 4 cages. There are 3-tier cages, like 3-decker cages. Anybody know about the KT brand? You know, they make little mansions for gerbils, hamsters, rodents, you know. Now, there's 4 cages, 4 of these 3-tier cages. And there's all these tubes connecting all 4 cages. And they have little hideaways and peek outs and all this stuff up top. So it looks like a big giant castle on the table. Now, then Willow can run between all 4 cages, between tubes, and she has this big mansion. Now, when I have to clean her, she can get pretty nippy, or she tries to jump out and tries to run loose in the room. So I have a cage that I put her in for when I clean her big cage. I put her in a little play cage. While she was in the little play cage, she was making a big mess. I thought it was cute and funny. She was pushing the bedding out through the cage bars, and I just thought it was cute, so I just filmed her real quick. I turned around and I was like, look, Willow's making a mess. That's all the clip was. The gerbil making a freaking mess in her play cage. And someone sat there and criticized me. I was neglecting the gerbil, and that it should be in a 20-gallon glass enclosure with at least 6 inches deep of bedding. And then they tried calling it a mouse. First of all, she's not a mouse. Secondly, gerbils should not be in big glass tanks like that. They need spaces to run and play. If you're gonna have a gerbil, like, make sure you have a fun mansion for the thing to run around and play. And what's it gonna do in just a small 20-gallon tank for the rest of its life? What kind of life is that for a freaking gerbil? Gerbils are very active. They're desert-dwelling rodents. Like, they're really active, okay? They're also known as the kangaroo rat in some countries. Even though kangaroo rats can be different than some gerbil species, but in other countries they are known as a kangaroo rat. Or they're also considered a sand rat. There's different names for them, but look at this one, digging. But anyways, so yeah, someone made some stupid comment, and I'm telling them, like, look, as, like, this post is from 2 years ago, as in, like, secondly, the gerbil lives in a mansion, like a freaking mansion, and that was only her play cage. This one getting herself into trouble. Not to change the subject, but look at this. This is what I deal with. Now watch. Half that dirt's gonna end up in that water dish. See, the water dish is clean. I do have a clean water dish. I don't know what she's up to. She thinks she can dig out of her cage half the time. Don't tell me her head's stuck. It wouldn't be the first time that Ming's got her head stuck. Like, she's gotten her head stuck before. She ain't get stuck, is she? Because she is underneath that pot. Here, this ain't helping none. She's a freaking nut job. Oh, yeah, look at her go. Yep, there goes the water bowl. Thanks, Ming Ming. This is the stuff I like to capture at night. Is she about serious? Yes, she is a female. That's just, she has this little cyst on the side of her, on the side of her tail right there. She ended up with a freaking sore because she does crap like this. What is she doing? Ming Ming! I think she thinks she's a turtle. She's bad. I just cleaned your water dish. You know better than the 2 tarantulas that sat here and pooped on their cages as soon as I cleaned them. That's what she does. This is what she does to that poor plant over there. I keep having to put the dirt back. But I don't know where she thinks she's going. Ming Ming! Only the lutistics ones, man. She's funny. She's some type of lutistic morph. That's what I was told. I don't know if anybody knows morphs pretty well, but I was told she was a type of lutistic leopard gecko. I know my snowmac's a snowmac because this my snowmac I got from BHB Services from Brian Barchek. But this, are you kidding me right about now? Ming Ming! Ming Ming! What are you doing? Don't worry, she knows her name. She's smart. I know you're not under there licking dirt. Oh, that's so gross. She does that too. She also eats dirt. She's such a weird gecko. Ming Ming, what are you doing, you weirdo? You have to worry about the plant falling down on her. Because it's only so stable. I piled up that dirt because over here she had a big hole. And now she's doing it again. What a goofball. Did the baboon come out yet? No, not yet. But see, this is what I deal with on a normal basis. My reptiles aren't normal. There's something wrong with them. Especially that one. Well, now you messed up your water dish again. I hope you're happy with yourself. Oh, look whose butt's sticking out again. There's Sana. Beautiful, beautiful Trinidad pink toe. I don't know why they're called Trinidad pink toes. Their tips of their toes ain't pink like the Vicularas, so I don't understand why they're called pink toes sometimes. But they are very beautiful. I can't wait till the pumpkin patches get bigger. That's what I'm really excited for because the pumpkin patches are gonna look beautiful. Oh, look who came out. There's a little one. I don't know which one that is. I think that's Ed. I think that's my baby Mexican white knee. I believe. Yep, it's the little white knee. That's Ed. I have Ed and Emily after snake discovery. But there's no Ed. Ed finally came out. You can finally see them. Sometimes you can't always see them. So cute.